I feel terrible today, but I'm fine. And I was originally just gonna come in here, pop in and grab the gems because I bought I got the ad-free thing because I wanted to get that when the Master Cat thing ran out. Just to grab everything, so I was just gonna get the daily gems, but I forgot that they, changed everything again, and why do they keep changing everything again? All the time. It's like, I mean, I will say, I kind of love it when you come back from a game after an update and it looks like you died. It just straight up looks like you died, and you came back after 20 years, and this is what it looks like now. It looks like you died. And, I started to feel this way when they added runes. And just when I was starting getting used to it, they changed it again. I don't understand why they gave me so many packages of shit when I got a bunch of super jump things and, super jump enchantments, right? And that's how you do it now? They changed the interface again. What the fuck is this memory game bullshit? Whoa! What's happening down there? What's going on down there? What's going on down there? What happened? Okay. I can look at it now. What the fuck is going on? What is this? I admit, I read the update and then I forgot everything. What is all this shit? I don't know. Okay, that's fine, I guess. I don't know what any of this is yet. Okay, my eyes immediately went up here when I first opened this up. They gotta stop changing the trophy road, god damn it! Why do they keep doing this? At least they have a receive all button this time. This new moving interface, this little thing in the background's nice. Jesus Christ, okay. What? How many fucking bitch-ass motherfucking... This isn't right. This isn't right. This is wrong. This is wrong. Motherfucker, this is wrong. No shot. That is not how it works around here. This is not acceptable. What, is it basically just piss pennies now? It's piss pennies now! It's piss penny! They fucking reduced the value of their paid currency. They reduced the value of the fucking... Is there inflation going on in Library World? What's happening? What is happening? Oh my god, but where's my super jump, okay? All I want. My super jump. I worked so hard on getting super jump from Maya, and now it's gone in seconds. Because what the fuck? Oh, my super jump. My baby. My darling. I can't believe it. You killed her. Oh, this is, I mean, I'll get used to it eventually, but why do you have to change it? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. What do you mean you reset the mastery roads to give me more fucking Green Goblin bullshit? I don't want it. Oh, that was it? Okay. That's why there's a 99 plus here. That is why there's a 99 plus here. Oh my god. Okay, but what's this? It's the unknown. No. I don't know what any of these buttons do. It's overcomplicated again. This is a thing I haven't seen in 1,000 years. Haven't had an experience boost on my ass for God knows how long. Ugh. Alright, what does the shop look like? Horrendous. Okay. 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 There's a free fashion summon, at least. Why is it... Can I just ask a quick question? Why is it cards? I feel like the fact that these are cards, like card-shaped, was a deliberate decision. It feels like a deliberate design decision. Every other motherfucking thing out there in the world is based on fucking cards. And this is supposed to be books, god damn it. It's supposed to be books. Why is it? Why is it? Why is it? No wonder they're offering so much more now for so fucking little. What in the world? It's, okay, what does this look like now? Okay, fine. I finally have enough of fucking Purelli's Miracle Elixir to upgrade this bullshit. That's nice. Did they decrease the value of it again? Did they make their own inflation again? Did they do that again? Do they keep making every single... This is what I've been seeing. They've been keep making every single... My friend just said something very... Oh! I'm recording... Oh my god, that is... But they, like, what I've seen, as I was saying just now, and is relevant to what was just said, I've been seeing a gradual decrease in value of every single exchangeable item that is in this game. Like, first it was credits, right? Especially when you get to the pain! Especially when you get, like, all of the legends and you upgrade them all and whatnot. We haven't even gotten to Briar yet. We haven't even talked about that. You... And now it was, and then it was like, I don't remember the order. It was this shit, and then it was like, who even cares about this anymore? And then it was, and then they did like something else, and then, oh, it was the cards. These cards, these were pretty tough to get. Now I have 97 of them, and, and then then they added this shit, and just as they made it like a thing, they made it so that like, you can't fucking, what the fuck is this? I would have rather you have just cursed me with one rather than giving me a decision, because right now I'm in a state of mind in which I feel like I don't give a shit, and I know for a fact that this is one of those things that happens in games in which you make a decision because you're just like, surely this won't matter, but it matters majorly later down the road. I guess movement speed, because I'm already a fucking healer. What do you mean there's more? Ugh. Oh my god! I realized what this is! I thought... Oh. Is this... Oh no. It's a thing where you gradually upgrade things. It's like a skill tree, but not a skill tree. Oh my god. It's supposed to... This is supposed to be about books. This is supposed to be about books. I guess, around yourself? What do you mean by that? Is that applicable to Gogi? I don't know. What does increasing the level do? I have 9 of these. I don't give a shit. What does it do? Oh, it just reduces the cooldown? That's great. I guess I'll get one of these. How many was there? 10? And you're giving me 3? Grace, what's this? Grants a period equal to Grace. Yeah, sure, I guess. I'll just put it, I'm just putting it all on Goldie. I'll just put everything on. I'll get one of these too. Fuck it, because sometimes I get stuck in situations I don't like to be. Fucking hell! Yeah! There's my gold. My super jump. Oh. I miss my super jump so much. I still remember when super jump was new. Just give me my goddamn super jump back. I don't care about anything else. Did they fucking... That was melee. Pissball damn bitch fuck. What? After a bomb is attached to the opponent? That's hilarious. Okay. I gotta admit, that's pretty funny. I don't know what to say. I don't know. I don't know. There's too much shit everywhere. I can still click it while it's doing the thing! What is this, a fab session? What is this? I don't understand. It doesn't make any fucking sense anymore. No, you're gonna add a system, a new system to the thing, and then you're gonna decrease the value of it immediately. Like, I get it. When the engraving shit first came out, everybody was like, this, that, and the other thing. I'm literally one of the most positive people you will ever meet about this game, but what the fuck is going on? I'm so confused. Are you fucking lagging right now? Because I decided to volunteer into your own fucking bitch-ass system. Are you kidding me? You caught me in the wrong place at the wrong time. Oh my god. Oh my god, it can't even load its own fucking bullshit. Well, now, yeah, okay. You'd see that. I see ya. I hear ya. It's just grabbing more fucking shit. There's too much shit. Am I old? Am I old? Guys, chat, am I old? Am I old? I've been playing this game for 2 years as of, like, yesterday. And, like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Here's the thing. I don't want my attitude right now to be mistaken for I hate this game, because that's where everybody jumps to. No, I don't hate this game. I love this game, and I care about it a lot, and I want it to do good, and I've seen it do good. There are some decisions that are currently being made that just seem very wrong. Okay, I will say one thing. The best thing that they've got going for themselves right now, the best addition that they added in this update, no doubt about it, is the spin-off pass. The spin-off pass itself, like, this is a great addition. Like, when they made the first spin-off pass, this is a great addition to the game. Because it's based on aesthetics, it's based on cosmetics, it's based on all these other things. And the art is fantastic. That will always be a win. The art will always be a win, no questions asked. I have yet to see an exception. I don't know what pushing any of these buttons does. Yeah, that's great. Okay. Oh, I should grab that. Not that it fucking means anything. So yeah. And this, I've seen the reviews. It's like, this character in particular is just kind of a, I guess it was a nothing burger. I mean, I looked at it, and I looked at everything going on with it, and it's just like, okay. It's like, okay. I mean, I'm not super knowledgeable on a lot of it, so I can't really give my full thoughts on it or whatever, but you know how it is. Ugh. Just give me leap. Okay, quick question. What's the point? Because I just realized, you know, that I just logged in. I haven't done shit. And I've already been able to unlock so much shit. To the point where I'm almost done. What's the point of adding this new system to everything if, like, it's just gonna be fucking swallowed immediately? I mean, like, the problem was, now, we were all complaining that, like, this whole engraving system was so fucking far down. Like, it took forever to do anything with this system. And all the whales were gunning it, of course. But now we have a system where I just made a stupid amount of progress. For what? I don't understand. I do not understand. Fuck, I may as well just get this. Like, I didn't do anything. What do these buttons even do? What is upgrading? I don't want to upgrade them all. What if I just want to upgrade one of them? What button do I press? Oh, is it like I have to... Is it like... Is it just... It doesn't... take anything away, you could just push that button and it'll... This is a fap session. I'm sorry, but this is a jerk off. This is literally just that satisfaction. This is what it looks like. What we're getting right now is a glimpse of what it looks like to be a whale. I just want super jump. Second wind? What? Where's my leap? Where's the leap? There's the leap. Jesus fucking Christ. There's the leap. I mistook this for the leap! It's the same fucking color! Okay, this one's a little bit more green, but, like, this was the super jump color, was it not? Oh my god. Anyway, you're getting the super jump. I don't give a shit. What did I have before? I had Prudent Beam, I had Super Jump, and I guess I can add Strike Barrier now because I needed that one as well, so I guess that's cool, but like, I'm calling it Super Jump. I don't give a fuck. Super Jump was what it was called before it was even an enchantment. It's been called Super Jump since... Excuse me? Am I missing something? No, they just moved this over. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. There was something... Wait a minute. Okay, that's the same. No. Close that. What the fuck? Oh, no. Okay, at least... Okay, thank fuck. All or Nothing is still here. We're missing something. Something's missing. I feel like something's... Is something missing? Or am I crazy? No, I don't want a custom match. Fuck you. No, I don't want this. This is turning... I know. I get it. It's a mobile game. I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it, but, like, what is going on? Okay, this is what we're gonna do. They took away Battle Royale! They took away Battle Royale and Magic Fortune Cookie! I had completely forgotten about that! I think I read that over in the update and was just in denial. I think I just... What the fuck? Is it at least still in custom? Tell me it's still in custom. Oh, thank fuck. Okay. Everything is still in custom. Except Team Deathmatch. Not Team Deathmatch. Team Touchdown, of course, is completely gone. Why do they keep doing this? They keep removing content. Okay, this is my... I'm taking my fucking headphones off. I mean business. I feel like they are trying to, like, reduce the bot problem by making it so that there are fewer different places where you can encounter, like... Because... They want to make it so that players can't spread out as much, so that you're less likely to encounter bots. Just deal with the fucking bots. I'm not a professor. I'm not a game dev. I have never done anything like this, but, like, come on. Good lord. Let's see if this helps. Let's see if what you just did helps. You took away the mode that I literally... This is what I played Battle Royale for, okay? I played it because, first of all, it was fun. Second of all, I played it because it was how I warmed up and got used to fighting other players, but before I went into a team match in which I had to be reliable, because I am Goldie. Look.
Alright, let's smash everything!
Okay, did you change... Let's check
when
something.
I was in the fairy tale?
I wonder if it'll be fun to...
Oh, that's what that button does. Okay, I didn't know that. That was just probably always that way, and I just didn't know. Is anything changed over here? My recording button is covering over something that I can't actually see right now. Nothing has changed over here. That's a shame. So... Okay, I still have my super jump, cool, but what does this button do? I can't see what that does because my recording thing's in the way. I can't move the recording thing either.
eat this!
I have no idea what it does. That's okay. I'm not going to touch all these things yet. Let's go into a deathmatch and see what happens. Ooh, you caught me in a bad mood. Like, when people were saying, when my friends were saying, there's people I know, My friends were saying, like, oh god, it's really bad. I was like, it can't possibly be that bad. I was thinking to myself, I was like, let's not judge everything by what we're told, let's just look into it first. There were a couple things I was already disappointed by. I'm gonna sneeze in a second. No, okay. There is still some good stuff here.
Time to cause some mayhem!
I can't tell if those are real. I don't think those are real. Chat, I don't think those are real. Then again, this is a weekday. Wait a minute, I just had a thought. Do bots get those new things like they got the engravings and stuff? Do they get those things? Nope, that's totally a bot. That's totally a bot. Are you kidding me? Totally 100%. Holy shitballs! Oh my god. Down you go, boy. Yeah, this is totally a bot match. I don't think any of these people are real. Wait a minute! No! Because Ravi wasn't a bot for a long time. And... do they have Ravi bots now? Are you kidding me? I'm alive. I mean, it's nice having Strike Barrier and Super Jump and Prudent Beam at the same time. But then again, that's because that was an overpowered fantasy of mine. And even then, I did pretty good, like, even without, you know, the Strike Barrier. And that's just talking about one character. Don't take my word of advice for every single character ever, because I'm just Goldie main. I mean, I played Goldie, and I also kind of sort of main Robin, because I used to main Robin, because I wasn't able to main Goldie yet. But, like, it's the same thing. That feels different. Something feels very different, and I don't know what it is. Sorry, Robbie, I should have given that to you.
Isn't there anyone stronger than that?
Yeah, no, for real though. They have Ravi bots now. Great. Also, holy fuck, they have Ravi. No way. That was insane. Good job. Oh right, these are all a thing now. Oh my god, I got one of those fucking, there's too much shit.
Get going soon.
There's just too much shit. People are talking to me. I'm gonna recharge this one. Venus called me. Okay. Hi, Venus. Where's my other thing? Oh yeah, also one of my friends said, and I'm just gonna, wow, okay, I'm just gonna show this. I don't think you, one of my friends were talking just now about how you can't buy emotes in the shop anymore. It's not in the shop, but let me...
7D security surfaces, how may I help you?
I have an idea. Oh no, wait, I have all the Robin emotes. That doesn't count. Okay. Are there any current eye emotes I don't have? This one. Oh, you can only use those fucking things on them now? Okay. Alright. So they weren't lying. Alright, cool. Great. Fine. Okay. Oh, and they moved where the fucking win streak thing is. That's great. Alright, this is, I guess I'm gonna... I don't know. Well, if we can at least get a real player match, maybe I could ask... I don't know. I'm going through it right now, man. Okay? Well, you know... One question that's commonly going around right now that I've seen is this the end of the game? And, my statement on that is, nah. it's the end of Smash Legends as we know it, but the end of the game itself, nah. That's been, like, the end of it as we know it has been a gradual thing. Like, I think it really started to change. Not when they added enchantments. I think engravings is when it really started to be weird, because enchantments were okay. Enchantments were fine, I guess. Like, at first I was just like, I don't know, but, like, you know, they eventually turned out to be fine. And then when they started adding engravings is when I was like, I don't know, man. Because the thing that I liked about a lot of these characters and the way that it worked, especially with, like, abilities, even just abilities, is how you were able to customize your own style of gameplay. Like, for example, with Goldie, like, I made it so that I have Tantrum and Shake Before Use equipped because I use my skill a lot. But I don't have, like, stuff like this equipped because I don't have the ultimate ability equipped because I wouldn't need to because I use the can all the time, so I basically just made it so that I could use the can as often as I could because that's just what my impulse is, and that's how I'm comfortable playing as Goldie. I'm not much of a DPS in a sense, I guess. But I'm more of, like, a person who's just, like, a sneaky little bitch and then goes into it. That's how I am. And so, you know, I was able to customize that. And then when it came to enchantments, it was like, okay, a little bit more customization when they added Super Jump, especially because Lord knows I keep getting myself into shit and I need to get away. I was, like, once I got the hang of Super Jump, I was able to utilize that shit. But that took a while. But it was fun, you know? And then they added enchantments, not enchantments, engravings. And it was when they changed. It wasn't just the enchantments. It wasn't just the engravings. It was also when they changed the name of the legend classes. When they changed the name of the legend classes to more generic gamer lingo versus the words that they used that seemed more like they would be related to the actual, like, world of the game. Like, for example, they weren't called melee, they were called fighters. They weren't called AoE DPS, they were also called fighters. They were called assassins, they were called support, and they were called vanguards. No motherfucker in Library World says the acronyms AoE DPS. That is area of effect, damage per second. Area of effect, damage per second. Nobody says that. Nobody says that. And by nobody, I mean, I'm talking about characters, right? Like, you're talking about fighters, and you're talking about, like, support. The word support was, like, the closest you could get to gamer lingo. But even then, people who aren't, you know, like, are versed in gamer lingo, but aren't versed in Smash Legends lingo, could understand very quickly what each one of them meant by a glance. Everybody knew that vanguards were tanks, because they were big, they could do a lot of knockback, and their key aspect was controlling the enemy's position. That's what they did. And, you know, like, for them to just say, oh yeah, they're tanks now, or this is controller, are you just, like, did you just change all of the you even changed the classes of a lot of characters, like, a lot of these characters were not in the same classes before. And now you're telling me, like, you had specialists. Specialists were just people that were, you know, mixed different aspects, and they were interesting characters, as few and far between as they came at the very beginning, at least, but then they started becoming more commonplace. Like, it was interesting. Victor was a fucking cool specialist, and he still is, but he's part of AoE DPS now. He's not special anymore. And, you know, I just... it's like... Oh, what was I saying? I don't know, but I mean, it's like, oh, I remember now. It's like, did they change the classes and make it so, like, just because they weren't able to make more support characters? I can never imagine Goldie and Brick being in the same fucking class, but here we are. Like, What does that even mean? It's a healer, for Christ's sakes. This is a healer! And you know, like, you know, Alice and Witch Queen were supports as well, but they had, like, different functions. Because of the way that they were able to up defense and stuff in certain areas, when this thing was about defending moving balls and stuff like that. But, like, since the gameplay changed, they changed the thing as well, but I say changing the gameplay, literally all they did was remove game modes. That's it. That's it. They've just been making the areas, they've been, like, adding so much shit to the individual, like, mechanics and characters and stuff, but removing stuff from the actual maps. The actual game. Like, you can customize this bitch all you want. But at the end of the day, it's gonna barely make a fucking difference outside of the mild annoyance of occasionally being showed, like, oh yeah, like, this one thing, this one enchantment that you didn't realize your enemy had when you're just about to kill them, all of a sudden they have a quarter of their HP back. That's so fucking annoying. I can't begin to tell you. Like, even as someone who, like, I don't need that shit. I don't need that shit, or I didn't need that shit, but now I do because the enemy has it, and now it's an unfair game. But even then, I mean, like, I'm not gonna sit here and try to prove myself, like, oh, I'm the best Goldie player ever, I'm the best player ever. I'm just gonna be like, oh, do I really need this, that, and the other thing in order to play? And it's like, like, I'm trying to have fun, jackass. I'm not trying to prove myself to anyone because I'm not in a dick measuring contest. I didn't load this up to measure my dick. I loaded up this game because I like it. Because it's fun. Or it was. I don't know. It's still fun. Yeah, but now I just feel very stupid. If anything, I just feel stupid and kind of alienated for not understanding. I already have all the fucking... Are you kidding me? I have all the fucking bronze ones. Ugh. I don't want to push the target farther back. That's a bad idea for me. I want them to come closer. But yeah, that's kind of like what I'm going for here. I'm just like, come on, man. Like, put... If I were to offer a solution as not well-versed, like, as a non-professional, as a player who doesn't know the ins and outs of, like, what... I don't have statistics, but I do have experience. I'm the customer, I'm the target audience here. I've given this game money, and I don't want to do that right now, because I don't see much value in it. I mean, like, I've been buying the Smash Pass kind of consistently for a few months now. Like, some skips here and there, but this one is a hard skip, because, first of all, I'm not doing all of that. Second of all, I just feel like we're forgetting. This is what's happening. We're forgetting the skin. No, not the skin, the heart of this whole thing. Like, we're looking at, what is this game about? If I were to ask you, what is this game about? It's about fairy tale characters coming together and being in this world, and just, there's a lot more to it that I can't even say right now, because it's too much. It's a lot. It's a lot to say, but it's fascinating. The story and the lore of this whole thing, this world that we're put in, this world that we're put in with these characters, it's fascinating, and it's really cool. And I think, honestly, one of the peak moments in which we were able to appreciate it was when they introduced the concept of plot. Not plot as in, like, a literary device, as in, like, well, not a literary device, but, like, well, you know what I mean, but, like, the energy of it is when they were like, oh yeah, we have a story in this, and it was with Madame Lettuce, it introduced something very interesting. But at the same time with Madame Lettuce, that's when things started to get a little strange, because we noticed, first of all, her name was Madame Lettuce and not Madame Letters, and they were changing things that they had previously said, going back on stuff, and then, you know, we had these characters like Briar, for example, who I haven't actually, like, I glanced over the Smash tune, because I woke up, and usually when I wake up to a Smash Legends update in which a new character is released, what I find is the comic, and then people remaining quiet for a long time, but then being vague, like, oh, you gotta read it, because it's interesting, and they want other people to experience it firsthand. And it is fascinating. But then with Briar, I woke up and I saw people being like, summarizing it in like less than a paragraph. In like a very short amount of time, people were able to summarize what this character's whole entire gist was. And I was like, really? Wow. That's kind of impressive. Like that's like in a bad way. It's kind of impressive in a bad way how it's sort of come to this. And, you know, like I was saying, I don't think this is the end of the game. It's the end of it as we know it, at least for now. I mean, we can make a ruckus, but this is one thing I don't like about what people say, is when they say, like, oh, you know, this, this is the end of it, blah, 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 I don't care what happened, like, la, la, la. It's like, okay, yeah, sure, great, shut the fuck up, because some people do care, and, you know, there are some people who are willing to, who see the change. I see the change, and I don't like it, and I would like it if things change for the better. But I'm not gonna sit there and be an asshole, and I'm not gonna shit on people who do enjoy these things, and I'm not gonna shit on people who aren't partaking in my dick measuring contest. I'm not gonna do that. And I'm not gonna look at the people who genuinely did put, like, the developers who genuinely did put effort into this. I'm gonna voice my opinion, not with the intent of belittling, but with the intent of, like... Okay, that's very funny for me to say after going crazy for the past half hour, but, like, that was the initial reaction. But now, that was the initial and visceral reaction, and it's on record, and we all experience that, and I'm totally fine with people looking at me as an example of, like, okay, I experienced the emotion, I got whiplash, let's take a step back, and let's say... let's give feedback. And the feedback is not just stuff out in the public. Like, what I say right now is like me talking to the public and talking to the player base. This is not me talking to the developers. If I were to talk to the developers, I would say, like, hey, like, I'd use professional language. I went to college. I know what I'm talking about. And, I know what I'm talking about in terms of emailing, at least. And, you know, I would just say, like, hey, you know, I feel like we're losing the sense of this. Can we please bring that back? Because the thing about it, everybody, and I've seen this in action very recently, is that if you talk to people who create something for you, or who manage something for you, moderators, developers, anybody, and you use language to them that is just straight up insulting them, you're giving them the chance to go into defense mode and to ignore you and to not consider your opinion because you're being a jerk. You're being an asshole. But if you approach them with, like, at least seemingly good intent, they're more likely to consider what you're saying. And, you know, you gotta be careful about your tone and word choice and stuff like that, especially when you're communicating with people who, you know, can go into defense mode. I would know myself. And so, you know, I'm just like, if I'm not gonna sit here and say we need to start a movement or something like that. I have a feeling that how we feel about this is at least going to be, you know, apparent in the statistics. Minus the outliers of the whales, I do feel like the statistics are going to show that people are not super excited about all of this. Because while I did just press all those buttons and grab all that shit, it's because it's there. And I want to see what all the fuss is about. I've been busy lately. I haven't been playing Legends as much. I gotta admit. But the busyness that I mention is actually busyness to bring upon myself. This is my own choice. I just work on creative projects instead. Because I'm not in school anymore. And, you know, I have that kick. And here we are. Just kind of sort of looking over this and being like, okay, you know, this game that I used to play just about every day for, like, about 20 minutes just had this major fucking change. And How much did it affect the game? Did it add anything to the game that I noticed straight away? No, it really didn't. Like, all of this stuff came up. I played one match, so I admit that my data pool is kind of shallow. But, you know, I just, like, I played that match and I was like, that didn't feel any different than all of the other fucking bot matches I'm in. Maybe when I get into a match with other players, I'll feel a difference, but, you know, the only major difference from gameplay that I felt with fucking engravings was occasionally I would be killing someone, and I would just be about to kill them when all of a sudden they would get, like, a chunk of their HP back, and I would be on the other side of the map. That's literally it. That's literally it. Other than that, there was no change, other than mild HP restore jump scare. That's it. I didn't feel much of a change. And with this, it's just like, okay, I guess I still have my super jump, and I can add strike barrier and prudent beam, but, like, I didn't need that. I liked having to make a choice. I liked being able to customize that. I liked that there was a stake in this. Nowadays, it just feels like a fucking, like, what did I say? A FAP session. This just feels like this is a circle jerk. This is just, it's nothing. It's nothing. I don't feel anything anymore. Maybe it's because I'm a veteran player and not a new player, but I can't imagine. One of the things, if I ever try to get into a new game, that I look at straight away is the interface and how much shit is going on in the interface, because this is a lot of shit. This is a lot of shit. One of the things I liked about Smash Legends when I first got into it was there wasn't a lot of shit, and now there's a lot of shit. But I'm accustomed to there being a lot of shit because it's just been gradually adding more shit to the screen as I've been going. But I am starting to not feel good about it anymore. I'm starting to look at all this shit, and of course that's how I am. I'm gonna get adjusted to all of these things, of course, but, like, I've barely gotten adjusted to engravings when they added spells. Like, I just, like, whoa, slow the fuck down. Just slow the fuck down. I remember playing Pokemon Masters EX and being like, they would add new characters or new units and shit, like, every month. And I actually praised Smash Legends for doing it, like, every, what, two and a half months? Like, I actually thought that was, like, you know, a great idea because it allowed more time for quality characters and units to come out. And now we're here, and we have Briar, and it's like, do we need more time, or do we need to step back from all of this fucking extra shit and focus on the core of the game rather than all of these fucking trinkets and shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, cosmetics have always been great. Cosmetics and aesthetic and, you know, world building have always been pretty interesting, and they've been visually appealing, and I love the mythic skins. I like this a lot. But when you can't get the heart of your project correct, or make it valuable, then there's no point. There's no point in going through all the trouble to kind of, I don't want to say hide it behind all this flashy shit, but, like, I don't know what the objective is here. I mean, okay, like, everybody's gonna look here and say, look, it's about getting the money. It's like, no shit, it always has been. No shit, that kind of goes without saying. But, like, I remember reading some of the things in developer updates that showed that genuinely, yeah, they did care about the story. I've heard stuff about writers being removed and stuff like that, and the company moving and being sold and whatnot, and I guess that's a sign, not that... someone used the word enshittification for this, and that's kind of it. That's kind of what it is. It's basically that. If you don't know the word enshittification, you should. There's a whole Wikipedia article about it. It's pretty good. But the problem with me personally is that, you know, I've been given these past 2 years or so, I've been shown that this game can do great. It can do fantastic. It can do awesome. And I've always praised it for those things. And slowly but surely they've been removing those things or clouding them with other things. And now it's starting to blend in with all of those other games that are akin to it. And it's kind of like, okay, I mean, like, I get it. When you're working with a world and a story and a game that you have to gradually update in order to keep people coming back and stuff like that, it's tricky. I mean, there's only so much new stuff you can do because you need to excite a player base that has gotten used to it. I don't know if it's ever been considered, but sometimes maybe just sticking to old ways and just being an old friend that you can come back to is better than trying to change things all the time. Because if you try to change things all the time, you're gonna lose your identity. Because, like, it doesn't really look like the Smash Legends I know anymore. The Smash Legends I know wouldn't be crowding me like this, and it wouldn't be, you know, adding all this crazy shit. It would be simple and easy enough to understand, and then you'd go in and you'd look at the game itself and the characters, and you'd be having your time with that. But now we're here, and it's like, what is going on? Like what is going on? Like, never in my wildest dreams, if you told me a year ago that one day I was gonna have 28,781 gems, I would have said, who died? Who died? Like, who died? And why would I do that? I would never do that with the amount of money. I would never pay that much money. Like, what? Who died and they decided to give out, like, a fucking 1,000 gems? And what for? But, like, now it's just, they're just decreasing the value of, like, all of the shit. Because now it's all, like, instead of it being big, valuable shit with, like, a couple of tiny little things, it's all, like, everything is tiny and little, and it's not what it used to be. And I'm not saying that as, I'm not being an old coot. I'm not. What I'm saying is that you had it, and then you tried to fix it for God knows what reason. Even though it wasn't needed to be fixed, you tried to change it, and now it feels like nothing to write home about, really. As I say, I've been talking for almost an hour now, but, like, come on. Like, what the hell, man? Like, I don't know what to say, really. Like, Jesus Christ, like, take some time, put more. If I was to talk specifically about the story rather than the game, I've been talking about the game, let's talk about the story. Or the world of it, a little bit. I would say, take some time to develop what you already have. Because that's what everyone fell in love with. And that's what people want to know more about. Yes, you can add more characters and develop your existing characters. Like you have a lot of characters that have unique connections to each other that fill in blank holes and, like, fill in spaces. But now you've reached a point in which you have 41 characters in your roster that are just playable, just the playable ones. And there's still so much open space for a lot of these guys. Like, just as a couple examples that I can think of really quickly off the top of my head. Or, like, just one. Maybe I would also consider Ali. But, like, hold on for a second. Robin has the Merry Men. He had the Merry Men, right? And we've heard a little bit about a couple of them, but we don't know, like, in the novels and in little TMIs and stuff like that, but we've never actually seen any of the other Merry Men. We don't know where they are, we don't know what they're doing. Apparently, like, there's, like, conflicting things where it's like, oh, they went off to live their own lives, oh, they're working for 7D, this, that, and the other thing, but it's like, can we get to know them? Can we get to know Maid Marian, Friar Tuck, Lil Jon, like, any of them? Like, Robin's a pretty popular character. You can really capitalize on that. And yeah, they're, like, the story of Sleeping Beauty has been in high in demand already, but, like, if you're gonna, like, take your character that's been in high in demand and then kind of just play it out, then that's just kind of like saying, like, okay, fine, here it is, and then and then just giving it to them, but not in a way that, like, because the way that, like, look at your fan base. They've been doing some crazy shit with their original characters. They've been doing some great things with their original characters, and now we have the actual canonical Sleeping Beauty of the game, and it's kind of like, Also, people have been asking for Marzana. That's another character related to an already existing legend that has been high in demand. Like, when you added, like, fucking Owie, that was sick. That was great. Do stuff like that again. Develop the characters that you already have. Give them more depth. And, yeah, instead of adding fucking just nothing burgers. We don't want nothing burgers. We want something of substance. I mean, because what you're gonna wind up doing is when you look at other mobile games and you see that the #1 like attracted members of the audience are fucking whales that are more often than not adult men with I don't want to say something generalized. I'm the kind of person who believes that you should say what you mean out loud, especially if it's a dark topic. But I'm not going to sit here and just accuse everyone of everything. Because, well, again, it's a serious subject. But I'll say this. If you make your your audience that you cater to the most the same audience as everybody else, every other mobile game out there, like, akin to it, like, what, Genshin Impact and Star Rail or whatever the fuck is going on with these gacha games and stuff, because let's be honest with ourselves, it's getting closer to that. Smash Legends in the early days used to be a gacha game, but then it drifted away from it, and everybody enjoyed that improvement, and now it's kind of it's kind of going back. It's kind of falling back. And to its roots. And, you know, if you make your target audience the same as all of those other games, I got bad news. If it's all the same people, they're only going to be able to dedicate so much of their time to it. Because they're going to have all those other games that they're into. And, you know, eventually, all those other people who don't find those other games appealing, who found your game appealing because they didn't have anything else for themselves, you're going to lose those people. And you're going to lose a big chunk of your audience, because you've already appealed to that portion. And I can tell you right now, as someone who's part of that audience, and is friends with a lot of people within that audience, you're losing them. I'm just gonna say that. You're gonna lose them. It's gonna be hard to lose me. It's gonna be very hard to lose me. But it's gonna be really easy to lose all those other people. And I mean, you've seen what I've done. You've seen what I've done, you've seen what I've said, you've seen the commitment I'm willing to make. I've got time. I got time. And if you can't offer me something that makes it worth my time, I'm not gonna give it to you, because as much as I love this game. I love playing it. It's fun. I love the characters, but if it's not fun anymore, and it just feels like a hollow shell of what it used to be, I'm just gonna be sad, and then I'm gonna move on, and I'll continue making fan work, because that's all I've got at that point. But, like, I'm not gonna climb the ranks, I'm not gonna play the game, I'm not gonna go out of my way to make plans to play with somebody else. Because if it just doesn't have that same oomph that it used to, because it had oomph, even if it was just like the same old thing, the oomph was still there, you know? You don't have to constantly change, man. You can just be yourself. Stop trying to act like somebody else. Stop trying to act like something that you're not, because it's not working out. Sure, your fucking neckbeards may be happy about it, but that's because those people are really easy to please, man. Those people are really easy to please. Don't you want a diverse audience of different people with different, you know, like... A diverse audience is a good audience, you know? It's if you just have same old this, same old that, then... Yeah, that's not gonna work out in the long run. It's just, you know, you survived this long. You survived, how old are you? 3? 4? 3? You're 3 years old. You've changed a lot, and yeah, that's like, you had this moment where you were really the best, and then you changed it. When exactly that moment was the best, I'm not entirely sure. It wasn't when I started playing the game, though. No, it wasn't when I started, and it wasn't really after that, but it was kind of somewhere in the middle, between, I want to say, roughly a year ago. Roughly, give or take. But, like, it was around then in which I personally felt, yeah, this game is at its best right now. Who is looking at what we have right now and saying, oh yeah, this game is at its best as it's always been? Nobody is. Nobody with a right mind is. There might be 1 or 2 people out there, but what other games do they like? You know what I'm saying? See, I've gone on for long enough. I had an hour to kill to talk about this, because I was just like, you know, I made videos talking about the last couple updates. I figured I'd make this one, and so I would just, you know, I've shown my immediate and visceral reaction, and now I've shown my reaction like a little bit later, just thinking about it, just talking about it, and that's where we are. I'm not looking into the eyes of the character on my screen right now and thinking I'm just gonna abandon her. No, she's very important to me, and so are a lot of the other characters. I'm not gonna sit here and act like a pessimist. I'm one of the most optimistic people you're ever gonna meet, okay? I literally am. I'm not even joking. I'm genuinely hopeful. I know you can do better. I'm not gonna sit here and leave you on a sour note. I do think you can get better. I think this game can get better. Actually, no, let me talk back to my audience again. I genuinely think this game's gonna get better. Because I've seen it do better. Because it's not like one of those things where it's like, oh, it had, like, you know, it could have been good in concept, it could have been good in visual, and then it just fell off completely, it was just a downward spiral. No. It did great at one point. It can totally go back. It can totally go back. It's not my choice if it does, though. I'm saying it's possible. Will it absolutely happen? There's a possibility that it won't. But, you know, I like to think that it will. And if it does, great. If it doesn't, oh well, I guess that sucks. It's gonna suck majorly if it doesn't. But then again, people have been saying, oh, it's the end of Smash Legends for years now. And I just don't. I just, like, that's like, it's like, they're gonna say, like, one day they're gonna be right, and they're gonna be like, oh, I was right all along, and it's like, yeah, you've been saying that for, like, 4 years. That's like saying, oh, one day you're gonna die, and then you die, and you're like, oh, I was right, and it's like, yeah, that's inevitable. It's a fucking online game. It's not gonna last forever. Nothing is gonna last forever. PvE would be a good addition. I know it's very late to mention that. I just kind of forgot. PvE would be a great addition to this game, honestly. Remember when they said that made that April Fool's thing and they were like, oh, there's a single player version. Unironically, though, that would have been so good. I feel like in late day, just to talk about a general point, I feel like lately people are starting to realize that, you know, we miss the days of when games were, in a very more generalized way to say this, accessible and had longevity and would survive. You know, when you have stuff like, you know, for example, Nintendo making it so that you can't play a lot of their older games but walking around and preaching it all the time. Like, how great their old games were and how good their new games are. It's like, cringe, man, cringe. Like, we yearn for the days of when a game was something you could come back to years later. There are not a lot of games you can do that. Because, you know, the internet came around, you had online games, and a lot of those games are now gone to time. And that's straight up lost media. And the thing about games is that a lot of work is put into them. I am not going to sit here and act like nobody put love into these. Nobody put love into this. No, there is genuine art here, and that should be preserved as well as humanly possible. Like, not just in the visual aspects, but also in the functioning game itself. Like, that should be preserved as much as possible. Because we've seen what happens when it isn't, and it's not pretty. And yeah, ultimately it's because we care. I care. I know other people care. I know nobody's willing to have that conversation because everybody else is in a fucking dick measuring contest and doesn't want to admit that they have feelings. But I'm willing to admit it because I don't care. I don't care that I care. I don't care that I don't care what other people think. I care, okay? And that's it. And, you know, you can do better. And I know you can. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it, yeah. Care more about your work, not what your work brings to you. It's about how do I word this? There's something that I say a lot. It's not about the product. The product and the profit are not it. It's the project, I guess, is what I would say. Cause you know, people can tell when you don't care. People can tell. People can tell when you're putting something out for the sake of putting something out. I can tell. I would know. I would know, because I have experience, like I said. I can tell that you cared at some point. I can tell when people are starting to lose hope and being desperate. I can tell. I'm not stupid. And that's kind of disappointing because, you know, you've shown that you have care and hope and stuff like that, and the thing about a lot of these things is that eventually people stop caring. And that's the other thing about a lot of online games. Is that eventually people are going to stop caring. But there's some online games out there that have existed for decades. And they're still around. So, you know. I don't imagine Smash Legends being up there with the likes of like World of Warcraft or anything like that. First of all, different type of game, but still an online game nonetheless. But I would like it to have a shelf life. I would like for it to survive. You know, I'd like to see it make it to the double digits if it can, in terms of years of age. I had to do that at some point. You know, make it to the double digits at the very least. That would be cool. Just say that you did. Maybe you'll have a PvE and a single player version come out after that if it dies. But you know, eventually I want to be able. If it does die, I want to at least be able to say I had a good time while I was alive. That's really it. I want to say that, you know, I want to say, yeah, it had a good life, and that's what I want to say. I don't know about anybody else. That's what I want to say. So yeah, there's that. There's my hour-long rambling. Can you tell that I'm passionate about this? Yeah, I am. All right. That's it. Okay, I'm gonna drink some water. All right, bye.